And then I have to ask, lastly, but certainly not leastly, when is the Dune Prophecy Penguin crossover coming?
Let's talk to Lauren.
Hi, this is Ashley Victoria Robinson coming to you from New York Comic Con 2024 here in the Popverse, and I am with the stars and creators of Dune Prophecy. So we're going to get into it. The spice is going to flow. I'm going to learn all the secrets of the Bene Gesserit School for Girls today. So let's start with a really easy question. Dune is such an expansive world. Is joining this mythology fun or terrifying?
Oh, definitely both. I mean, definitely both. It's terrifying, but it's also exhilarating and like a tremendous privilege. And, it's been a joy.
How about for some of the cast members who are stepping up with such a...
High energy.
Very exciting.
Go on.
I knew I was on to something extraordinary when the man who fixed my TV and asked me what I was doing next. I said I was playing Tula Harkonnen, and he knelt down at my feet.
Stop.
He did, and I thought I could get used to this. So I'm excited. You?
No, yeah, I'm so excited to be in this world. The movies are amazing, and it's great to be a part of them. And we're doing it a little different, but we keep the basis there of Dune, and there's such intriguing characters that are very flawed and complex, and it's very exciting. Something you've seen Dune, but you certainly haven't seen the prophecy.
Absolutely.
To me, it was just a really, really meaty, juicy, kind of complex, messed up bunch of characters to get our teeth into, and it's been, and I have to say that the stories that have come out of these two brains here are really, they're pretty messed up. And,
Are you well?
Thank you. Quite a journey.
So I would love to ask, because not everybody watching this has been as lucky as I have to see some of the episodes. Could you describe your arcs through Dune Prophecy in 3 words or less? Dun, dun, dun.
Yes.
That way we avoid spoilers,
The worm turns.
Ooh.
Good and bad.
And that's hardly a word.
Nothing is as it seems.
Technically 4 words, but I'll allow it.
I am tired and excited.
Rise to power.
So Emily and Olivia, the women of the Bene Gesserit, are known for being really cold and calculating and scary, but you bring a lot of humanity and beauty to these 2 women. How do you harness that?
How do you harness that, Emily?
Well, Olivia and I, when we first started this in London, we went to the National Portrait Gallery and we sat in front of the Tudor portraits of Elizabeth I, Mary Queen of Scots, and went, those women were incredibly powerful and incredibly controlling and terrifying to be around.
And they were sisters.
And
Would you want to live with it?
we just felt that was and also because we first met at the Royal Shakespeare Company like 700 decades ago.
Yeah.
So
before the Bene Gesserit was even a twinkle in it.
but it's got that flavour to it, it's sort of epic goings on.
And within the world of Dune, it's kind of a hot take, so I would love for everyone to answer. Harkonnens, good or bad? Good or evil?
Good.
We have 2 contractually
Justified.
obligated answers.
Justified.
Okay.
Justified.
Evil and not justified.
Ooh, how about from the big bosses?
I would say complicated.
The opportunity to kind of tell a story that has yet to be touched on in the Dune lore is an opportunity to kind of tell the story through the perspective of a Harkonnen and actually see how they would operate as a hero.
Ooh, I love that.
I think that it's a really interesting thing to play is that the fate of the universe is much. It kind of trumps my moral, my soul, the outcome of my whether I'm a good or bad person.
Travis, Desmond gives me big Gemini energy. He has an outer life and an inner life that we see really clearly illustrated in the first 2 episodes. How do you as an actor embody both of those energies at the same time?
As it happens, he is a Gemini.
Yay! I nailed it.
Sorry, what was the question?
How do you go about
But-
bringing his 2 facets to the screen?
I think it's there's a lot of games in the script, and everybody's got a different voice, which is amazing. So there's so many players going after very similar goals in their own right. But I think my character is just going to do anything to, if he has to lie, if he has to cheat or whatever, he'll do anything to get what he came for, you know, and he'll make everybody believe him. And I don't think you'll know until the end whose side he's actually on.
Say more. Say more.
Team
Say
Aus-
more.
Team Australia.
Tune in.
When you're tackling characters who are living in worlds iconic as Paul Atreides, does everybody have to have a big twist, or are there any characters that you found more accessible or more relatable than perhaps our leads?
Oh, well, I think everybody has to be relatable on some level. And I mean, certainly as a writer, like, I empathize with all our characters. And however you may judge them morally or their actions, I
I
think...
support women's rights and women's wrongs, so everybody gets supported.
Yeah, everybody's supported. Yeah, exactly. And I think just to watch people have these high stakes to their interpersonal relationships is always, I don't know, it's part of why writing science fiction is so exciting, because you have these big worlds, and you want it to be epic, but you also want it to be intimate, and you want to feel like character is driving, and we try to do that.
Yeah, and also, I mean, Paul Atreides, at the end of the day, is a myth, and that myth was created by an organization called the Bene Gesserit, and it begins with the Sisterhood, and that's the kind of the story we're telling.
Mythmakers.
Ooh, that's good. Let's be like a PR, TM, Mythmakers. Emily, your role is very singular in that you are one of 2 actors playing the same character. So,
Yes, and how lucky am I to have Jessica playing my younger self. We actually we both have younger. You'll get to know later.
Ooh.
There are younger. Delves into our past somewhat. So that's a bit of a spoiler alert. But they are the people who play young us are. They're all fabulous actresses, and I'm so excited to get into that part of the story when you see what the stuff we got up to, basically.
did you get a chance to interact with your younger counterparts at any point on
Very
set?
much so.
We did.
In
yeah.
fact, weirdly, in another movie called Hannah, Emily's younger self played my daughter.
Oh.
We are related on many levels.
We're getting into some. I was going to say incest, but that's not the
Yeah.
word that I want. Some
Wrong
selective
show.
family tree making.
We go dark.
Yeah, exactly. Because we are here at New York Comic Con, I would love to ask, what is everybody geeking out about that you're not working on? So what's something that you love that sadly has nothing to do with the world of Dune?
There was a guy with a sort of enormous horn in the middle of his head crossing as we got in. I don't know where he is and what he's doing here. Yeah.
I love just the passion which people are throwing themselves into so many different things. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's great to see people enjoying themselves, having fun, and not.
So sort of
A lot of people who just don't care. It's amazing. No, but it's great in a good way. They're just like, I'm myself. And
What I love is that they're carrying some crazy sword or wearing a crazy hat, but still have a carrier bag. You know? It's the juxtaposition of the banal with the extraordinary.
You still need your chargers and your credit cards. What are we geeking out about?
Oh, I mean, I love being with the fans or the audience or people who love science fiction and care about stories so much that they would take time on their weekend to come and immerse themselves in the world a little more. It's why we do it.
Yeah, I've been really liking the Penguin, and the Penguin is a very good archetype in the sense of, like, you know, HBO Max has really made a kind of deeply, deeply interesting and complex character drama in this world, and you know, it's always thought-provoking, it's always provocative, completely surprises you, And I think we're doing the same thing with Dune.
Okay, then I have to ask, lastly, but certainly not leastly, when is the Dune Prophecy Penguin crossover coming?
Ooh.
Let's talk to Lauren.
Thank you so much for joining us here in the Popverse at New York Comic Con.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.